back to the shop. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, overcast and 59 degrees here in beautiful downtown Polk County, Florida. And I still haven't switched over from my coffee yet all day. So usually I'm on iced tea by about 11:30, but not today. I know it's probably thinking I'm a lightweight here for dealing with 59 degrees, but I ain't used to it anymore, and I don't ever care to go back and see any of that. So we are here today for some shop mail, some goodies that came in, and I'm going to give an update on the group build. I went to the mailbox today, and I just wanted to show off I received a shop card from Joe at Big Sky Model Workshop over here. He's got some really cool builds. Joe has got the awesome channel, does some really neat stuff with cars, knows a lot about the vehicles themselves, and that always helps out when you're trying to build something, is to at least know what goes where on it, and he's his innovation and stuff and all, and his what'd you buy Wednesday? Well, I got an Amazon order coming here, so I won't make it this week, but maybe next week. But anyway, I got the shop card from Joe. Joe, I appreciate the shop card and the kind words on the back of it and everything, and I will add this right up on the wall with the collection here. Thanks to you guys out there, eventually this 80-20 split in the room is going to end up being 70-30 before too much longer, so keep it up. Next in the mail, I got a card from Sam over at Sam's Model Mayhem. Okay, and Sam, I appreciate this. It says, hopes to meet soon. Sam was going to meet with us when Chris and I met. Chris from over at Chris's House of Plastic, and he was going to meet with us, but he couldn't make it that day, and but we've been in correspondence ever since, and hopefully before long here, once my wife is a little bit more self-sufficient and all the hectic and everything from the holidays is done and stuff, man, we'll work this out, and we can all get together here and hang out and see what's up. Also in the mail, if you remember here recently, I did that 1970 Camaro up there. It was my first little venture at playing with an airbrush, and I got the chance to borrow one and do that and all, and I like it, but you know, I'm debating whether or not it was justifiable for me to actually use one for everything other than possibly doing a body and more color choices and things with that. But anyway, I was sitting there and I made the mention on the video that I was still on the fence about buying one of these. Well, Sam from Sam's Model Mayhem walked up and shoved me right off of that fence onto the side of, yes, I need an airbrush, and I received in the mail today a brand new airbrush from Sam over at Sam's Model Mayhem. And Sam, I'm blown away with this. I will be looking at little compressors tonight on Amazon and seeing what I can find here. I'm gonna read up on this and everything, but I believe I've made my decision now, so I'm gonna have to start learning and doing all of this now that my hand has been forced on this. So we're going to give it a shot here. And Sam, I couldn't begin to thank you enough for this, man. I am just blown away by this. And guys, hopefully one of these days I might be able to build something fairly decent here and look right. So we'll give it a shot. But another thing that we're going to talk about today a little bit here is the group build that I'm in. I made the announcement last video that I'm joining the Nasty Nova group build. It goes up until the end of March. This is being hosted by Vinny at Gemini Scale Model Works and Big Al over at Battleborn Hobbies. Al, somehow or another I missed it and never caught that you were part of the or you were co-hosting the event, and I failed to mention that in the last video. And my apologies, man, but I got to give credit where credit's due. So Al over at Battleborn Hobbies is also co-hosting the Nasty Nova group build. Well, I showed my Nova. This is the 1966 Nova Pro Street. You've seen a million of these over at every Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Walmart imaginable, and Ollie's probably too. So this is what I'm starting with, the car that I was going to be using to build on this, and I've been sitting here looking it over and trying to do a little bit of planning and everything, and I'm not going to go halfway with the Pro Street. I'm going to do the full-blown drag car out of it. So it's going to be a little bit here, but I do have a couple of little minor things to show, and we'll get around to showing that here, but first we're going to do our die-cast of the day. Hang on. Okay, this is our die-cast of the day today, and as you guessed, it's Novas. All right, so this is the 1970 Nova by Johnny Lightning. If you look here, it's got the center line wheels on it. It's done up in blue. Now this one was customized. It's got the pipes added to it on the sides, and the hood scoop, and it's got that blown engine under the hood right there. So not too bad a car. It's got, if you look real close, it's got the windshield wipers in the mirror are actually molded into the glass. Really cool little feature right here on this. But this is the 1970 Nova from Johnny Lightning. And next to it over here is also a Johnny Lightning, but this is more of a stock version right here. It's got the 5-spoke Krager rims on it. All the badging has been done on this one, and the clearance lights in the back. The hood opens on this one, and I don't know if you can see the engine detail or not on that one, but there it is. It's got the engine detail on it, done up in black, and this are interior, and this maroon color, and all the lights and the badging and everything has been done to it. Really cool stock piece of car right here as far as straight out of the box here. Johnny Lightning makes some really nice cars if you're looking for something just straight out of the box, but some of my Hot Wheels need some touching up done to them, and some of them are going to get a complete makeover again. So we're going to see what happens with those a little further down the road. But right here, this is, like I said, today's die-cast of the day, the 1970 Nova stock and customized version of it right here from Johnny Lightning. Okay, first off on here, this Nova that we're going to do, I had bought some paint for this previously. I'm really not too sure as far as the color on it. I used the Testors Extreme Lacquer Quick Dry paint for this. I kind of like the color of it right here, but as you can tell, it does come out somewhat darker than what the cap is on here, but and quite a bit of excess metal flake in it for what I was looking to do. But I think actually I could make this work, and it's going to be something just a little bit different here. But that's the basic color of what the chassis is going to be. The rest of it, the body and all, needs to be reworked on it quite a bit. It had a lot of sharp lines and stuff. Not to be really complaining about the kits or anything, but this particular kit really had a lot of flashing and everything. It must have been the last one they made on before a holiday weekend, but the flashing and the mold marks and everything, I've been doing nothing but sanding on it for the last couple of days here. But anyway, it's starting to come around now. It took a lot of cleanup. Most of the parts have been painted, but I'm still working on a few things and all. And I was doing more like some, I guess if you want to call it designing or anything on here. I have made a change on this. Instead of it going Pro Street, I'm going to be going full race car with it. So the interior has been stripped and everything sanded back down on it and all. The seats in the back of it, that was a plus because they were a separate part as opposed to being molded in all the way, which really helped out. So the inside's been done, and since it is the 1960s, it was made with a rather crude roll cage, but the roll bar on the inside with the support bar, you kind of get the idea of what it's going to look like. And digging around in my stash, I did have a racing seat. So I'm going to be making some seat belts and all for that and putting it together. But you kind of get the idea of what we're looking at right now. Like I said, it's not a full-blown roll cage. It was actually built out of this sprue that I used for these parts right here and put together and got it all fitted on the inside of it. So, you know, like I said, this is supposed to be the 1960s, so it's not really a fancy roll cage now as it is. But basically, the car built in the backyard. So this is what we got right here. You've seen the color of it. Making a few engine changes on here. Right now, the only thing I have is just the block and the transmission painted right now for this one. Letting it kind of set up a little better, and it's already been drilled and everything, so I can start wiring it. On the inside, breaking out my parts that I have from VCG. I've got some Moroso valve covers, if you can see those real nice and close right there. So I'm going to be doing some valve covers on here. I have the resin pre-drilled distributor that's going on it, and also I'm going now the car actually had a dual carburetor setup, but the carbs were really poorly done on the car, and I wanted to do something different. So I pulled out my resin parts again, and here I've got a Holley 850 carburetor right here ready to go on it, but two of those with the setup didn't fit because the carburetors just wouldn't clear each other. So I ended up digging around in the box and found another single intake manifold that's on here. So now I can go ahead and run my single carburetor on it right here. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing for the most part. I know it's probably not considered totally accurately correct race car, but you know, like I said, I'm just working with what I got right here, and I think it's going to turn out fairly decent. We'll see by the time it's done. I am going to go ahead and just run open headers on it, and we'll get it worked out from there. So this is pretty much going to be the street racer slash lower class drag car, but not quite a gasser, but something along that line. I don't know, super stock or something there. So we'll see what we got. But anyway, that's the meantime for that. But I also just wanted to say that I want to thank Joe from Big Sky. I want to thank Sam from Sam's Model Mayhem, and Sam, also thank you so much for the airbrush. I really appreciate it. Going to get me a little compressor here and start practicing on some stuff here. But this car that I'm doing won't be an airbrush job, but by the time I get everything done and get some practice on it, maybe the next one I can see if I can turn out something just a little bit more presentable. So until then, thanks a lot, guys, and thank all of y'all for coming by and seeing everything here, and we appreciate y'all's support of the channel. I do really thank you guys, and we appreciate it. So until next video, though, y'all be good.